We stayed 3 nights here in Santo Domingo de la Calzada. This town lies directly on the famous Camino de Santiago. Over 1,000 years old, this ancient pilgrim's route comes through the Pyrenees and cuts across northern Spain. The lovely Parador Hotel where we stay was once a 12th century hospital and hotel lodging for pilgrims. Sometimes called the French Way, but better known as the Way of St. James, the Camino cuts through some beautiful countryside and towns, as well as masses of vineyards producing that distinctive, rich, berry-flavoured Rioja wine. Everywhere you go, there are towns and villages surrounded by fields of wines. Here's one of the signposts. You will see that scallop shell symbol on the stonework. Not many people know, but this symbol far predates the pilgrimage era. You see, 2,000 years ago, this used to be a fertility route. Back then, the route was called the Path of Janus, and it started in the Temple of Venus, the Roman goddess of love, and ended in Finisterre on the coast, some way past Santiago de Compostela. Once there, those pilgrims would collect a shell from the sea to show they had finished their journey. The shell therefore became a symbol of fertility. Now we know it as the pilgrim shell. The Christian pilgrims created a number of Camino routes across the country, and the lines in the shell represent the different routes, all leading to one point, the tomb of St. James in Santiago de Compostela. The Camino is fascinating, but our 3-night Rioja stay is about a lot more. In Burgos, we visit the cathedral where a revered Castilian knight is buried, a warlord. Inside, the glorious stained glass windows depict this Spanish hero. His real name, Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar. He was actually a mercenary, fighting first on the Muslim side and only later on the Christian side. He earned the Arab honorific title of Al-Cid, which would famously evolve into El Cid. This is the Rioja and Navarre region. The ancient capital of Navarre is Pamplona. No, we don't go for the running of the bulls. Instead, we explore the rich history and culture of the region, including the town of Olite, where we enjoy a guided tour through the royal palace of the kings of Navarre, the Palacio Real de Olite. Nearby in the Basque country, we explore Vitoria, with its stone-gated walls and shady streets and alleys. And Haro, a magnet for another type of modern-day pilgrim, it being the epicenter of wine, wineries and gastronomy. And that brings me back to wine again, and the vineyards with old cellars stacked with aged barrels, and modern vineyards with giant temperature-controlled vats. And now for that elephant in the room. Of course we enjoy a tasting of the famous Rioja wine. This is the town of LaGuardia. See that astonishing, colourful scroll-roof building? That is the tasting house of the famous Marc de Riscal winery. And that, my friends, is where you will sample some wonderful Rioja wine. Salud!